In this tutorial, we are going to be developing for the Oculus Quest using the latest version of Unity 2020. Make sure that you have the ABD Quest driver installed and your Oculus set up. When installing the latest version of Unity 2020, make sure that when you're installing it that none of these boxes are checked, otherwise it won't install. After it's done installing, feel free to check these boxes one at a time. Let's make a new project. I'm going to call my project Oculus Quest. When your project finally finishes loading, first thing you want to do is go to Build Settings and make sure to switch everything over to Android. I'm going to set mine to my Oculus Quest. Player settings, company name, and I like to give it an icon even though it doesn't do anything. Now that we're using the latest version of Unity 2020, Vulkan is supported. Select your preferred API level. I like 7, but you can use something else if you choose. I also like using the latest version of Net, and that should complete setting up your Android device. Before we get too far into this, let's go to our preferences and check to make sure that all our external tools are set up properly. Make sure that you have Visual Studios 2019, and you may have issues with your JDK. I'm not going to go over how to find and download this version of JDK. You're going to have to do that on your own. Now let's move on to setting up the Virtual Reality XR. Make sure this is set to Unity Registry, and let's also make sure that we have Enable Preview Packages turned on, because there are some packages that we won't see unless that's turned on. We're going to be installing Oculus XR Plugin, XR Interaction Toolkit, and XR Plugin Manager. Now that that's all installed, let's go over to our project settings, our XR Plugin Manager, and select Oculus. That will allow us to build to the Oculus device. Once that's finished installing, head over to the PC tab and check Oculus. That way we can test inside the editor without having to build to the headset every single time. I like using Tall when working in my editor. Now that we're in the editor, let's zoom in here and get a little bit closer to our environment that we're going to be using to test. In Hierarchy, right click, go down to XR, Device Based, and select Room Scale XR Rig. That should place a camera into our scene that we will be using. Make sure to position it so that it's sitting just above the floor. Now that we have our camera set up in the environment, let's give it a quick test and make sure it's working properly. Go into your headset, under Settings, and select Oculus Link while you have the Oculus Store opened on your desktop. Once your headset is linked up to your headset, hit the play button. As you can see, everything is working as planned. Alright, real quick before we get too far into this tutorial, let's also add the ability to pick up an object. As you can see right now, I'm adding a box collider to this surface so that when I add the ability to pick up this safety hat, it won't fall through the table. I'm going to add a mesh collider and make it convex. Then I'm going to look for and add grab, because I want to be able to add the XR grab interactable. And now if we play, we should be able to interact with that object. Got my left and right hand working, and I can pick up the safety hat. I also usually like to turn off the auto generate baking just because that can be annoying to deal with. Every time you build, you have to bake. Now that we've learned how to set up our environment, let's test everything out and make sure it works on the Oculus Quest itself by building to it. Now with the latest version you might have trouble building using build and run. I like to build first, then do build and run, or build and then upload using side quests. But for now, let's try build and run. And this is what it looks like inside the headset. I can pick up an item, and I can see the world around me. I get a great view of the environment. Thank you for watching, and if you find my videos useful, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, feel free to donate some Bitcoin using the addresses listed in the description.